Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to awesome edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. I'm AJ. I'm going to talk for 8 minutes, then I'm going to get out of here. Hell of a day today. Hell of a day today. I don't know what to tell you. Our number one play was Sage. I normally give a small cap play, which I did as our number ones, and I made that number two. And that was a no-brainer. That was just like next. Other chat rooms, this is like a home run hitter. But for us, this was just like oh my gosh, another 1 point trade to the upside. Sick of those. Anyway, Sage was gapping down almost 100 points this morning on negative news on phase 3 miss. And there was no fear. I had absolutely no fear in this trade. I traded it live, and so did many others, as you can see on our Twitter feed. We just went crazy. But the key to this stock, and I just discussed in the 35, 40-minute secret sauce, where it's just me and the traders in the room. And I go over each about 7 or 8 plays, well, how I found them, how I put them together, why they worked, how to look at them, what impacts the stock. Because it's important that every trader, the more they learn, the more they earn, the more size they can take, the more confident they can become, and so forth. So Sage, to me, I looked at the stock, I read everything, and I made the decision. You cannot buy the stock unless it hits 60. So once 60 comes, I will rock it to 65 and then top it off at 70. And that was the trade today on Sage. 60 was a long and 65.70. So I didn't care if the stock came down to 45 or 38 or 20. I felt the stock was already down enough. I was not going to short the stock. I had no interest in shorting the stock, and I put it out. Do not short the stock. Just wait for 60. When 60 comes, we go 5 to 10. We go 5 to 10 points to the upside, and we're done. The value of the stock, in my opinion, is going to be around 60 bucks. But before we level off there, we're going to pop it first, and then we got to get through 60, pop it to 70, bring it back down, float around $60 a share, because that is the value of the stock. Okay. And what we do that's different than any other chat room in the world is we really evaluate what a stock's value really is before we take the trade. We do a lot of our insights, 16 years of day trading, understanding bios. We're probably one of the premier bio stock trading chat rooms in the world. I mean, and this was just a perfect example of knowing the move before the move. So let's start with Sage. Big chat room win and long at 60. So if you were in our chat room, I would have guided you. Ding, 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 ding. Here's Sage on the downside. There's the 150 close, hit 52. Again, I referenced do not short the stock, do not short the stock, do not short the stock. Wait for the 60 to pop at the open with volume. At approximately opening bell, 60 came in. Right there, volume spiked, 300,000, $15 million worth of stock, and bam, there's 65, and there's 70, done. Stock is now finishing at $60 a share. You see that? If you were in our chat room, this is the call you would have been provided. You know, accuracy. Everything's about accuracy. Next one we did was Home. Home was getting hurt on earnings. It was dropping down over 50%, almost 50%, about 90% this morning. I looked at the report. I gave the value of the stock $6. So I told everyone to start picking up the stock at $5 and add any pullback at the open. And the stock will go to $6 today. And we are pretty much, we double topped at 575, but I still think we have room to 6. This is all just written in the report. I read it, made a decision, knew exactly how to trade the stock. Next one we did was Work. Work to me was a short. I read the report, and this was yesterday's close. Earnings came out, gapping up. I called this to fully gap fill to 21.75 and under. The stock actually pulled to 20.75 versus 21.75, and then it curled right back up, right back to where it was when we shorted the stock. It was a great play. Work was really wonderful. The next one that we did was 5. 5 had earnings. 5 was very easy to read. Once you read the report, I want you to look very closely how I played this. This is yesterday's close at 118. Stock gapped up 7 points. After reading the report, I valued the stock that it would come down to $120.50. Told everyone to short the stock at $125.50, add on any pop, and take the stock down to $120.50. You don't believe me? Come right here. And there's 5. Short it here, add here. Stock will come $120.50. Stock came all the way down to $120.60. If you were in our room, played puts, you would have banked probably 1,000%. Next one, AUPH. This was a joke. I was reading some highlights from Twitter traders. I love Twitter traders. Everyone's got an evaluation, but nobody has the facts unless you're in our chat room. AUPH was a short. There was no long in the stock. I did not want to long the stock. It was just a pure short. And I'm confident they're going to do an ATM. My goal is to take the stock to 1250 and under. I still think it's coming over the next few days. It was a short for us. Pre-market, 19, add on any pop at the open to 20, any pop over here, add, take it down. Stock hit $14.75. I still think it continues to come down. There's no buyers in the stock right now. The next stock that we did was ACOD. This was a really good stock that we played this morning. This one, I wanted to short the stock as well. I looked at the report, actually looked at the news on ACOD, and I made the decision that ACOD would not be a buyer on the stock unless they hit 55. Otherwise, it's just a slow all-day gap fill, back down 4 to 5 points. So I was looking at 51, and if it snapped 51, then we would get it lower. And ACOD finally hit 50. I still think it has more to go, but it was a really, really good play. Again, here it is, ACOD. Short right here at 53, 54, and the stock has come down and touched 50. I still think it does come lower over the next few days. I don't think they'll do an offering, but I do like it. Next one we did was VRNT. Take care, Jenny. VRNT was amazing. This one we played extremely well. I want you to look at the beauty of this call on VRNT. This was an earnings play. We did our research and homework this morning in ACT. We made the decision that VRNT was a short. Do not long the stock. I told everyone to take a position at 54.50, add on any pop to 56, and the stock will come down to $50. And that was the goal. They did offer a $300 million repurchase, but after reading the report, I felt the $300 million repurchase was to overshadow the shitty report. I did not like the report at all. I did not like the beat at all. This was a short to $50. So, ding, 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 ding. Here's your 54, and the stock hit $50.50. This is awesome calls. And I'll give you one last one. I'll give you SIG. This was a fun stock. We nailed this one perfect. This had earnings. SIG is Zales all over the mall. To me, SIG was a pop and drop, but the stock closed at $16.70 yesterday. After reading the report, I gave the value around $17.50 today. So I said the stock would pop at 19 at the open and scale in short, take it down to $17.50 and pop it back up. You don't believe me? Ding, 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 ding. Here's what I wrote. There's your entry. It's our number 3 pick. 19 short, give it room to 20. Stock will come down to $17.50 and you're done with the stock. You're guaranteed a 1.5 on the short. Ding, 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 ding. Stock came down. $17.40. Missed it by a dime. And that is a few of the plays we did today. Plenty of opportunity, plenty of points, plenty of fun. And every day, I do these recaps pretty quick, only because I spent about 45 minutes with the chat room direct. on how each play and why I called it. And that's the beauty of being in our room. I will explain every call so you can take notes, you can learn from it. You wait for the next one, and over time you're going to become one of the most incredible day traders. Again, the reason why I do all this is to take the fear of missing out, FOMO. The more you understand the move, before the stock even happens, you will not have fear when you trade in our room. You're fearless. And that's what we're about. We take that fear out. We're right next to you. We have some of the most incredible day traders in the world in here, full time. I mean, our mods in here are second to none, and it's a pleasure to trade with them. And when you have a team like that around you, with day traders growing and prospering, you can't lose because nobody wants you to lose in this room. We all want you to be successful. I do. Okay. All right. So that is today's webinar. Thank you for joining us. And if you want to be a part of our room, please do so. And here's our notes. I put them out every day after I think 8 o'clock or 8:30 Pacific time, so you can see what we were playing. All the calls are accurate. Today I got 100% accuracy. Click here, and you go to our website or any awesomecallstrading.com. Click in. 25 a day, $100 for a week. And if you upgrade to monthly or you just go to monthly, it's $6.75 a day to be in this chat room. And I would recommend at least giving it a month. You got to give our room a month because the first day, you're going to be blown away. First week, you're going to be taken back. By your second or third week, you should probably start executing some really good trades. You need to get a feel for what we do because this is a professional day trading room. This is where the pros and on all the other chat rooms that run their rooms, this is where they come to learn. They come in here between 11 and 12. This is their spot. That's why they're not in their rooms. They come in here, they learn, they listen, and then they go back out. They sell you our product, except you're not in our room. So just come where the source is, and you'll all be good. And this is my Twitter feed. I am AJ Trader 7. This is me right here. Boom. That's me, AJ. All right. So you take care. God bless. Be well. And I will see you tomorrow.